Hey YouTubers and Kubota fans. When I was looking to purchase my Kubota, I found it difficult to find videos on how the mowing deck worked. So when I finally did buy the Kubota tractor and the mowing deck, I did a video so other people could see it. Hopefully it was helpful to them if they were considering purchasing the mid-mount mower deck. So it brings me to this video today. I have a Kubota grass catcher. It's a GCK 60-23B is the model number. It's specific for my 2360 Kubota tractor. I thought by showing you some of the things that I know about the grass catcher, it might be helpful to anybody else who's considering purchasing it. The first thing I liked about it was that it's very compact in size. It has a very short profile. It's powerful. It's mounted to the tractor very solidly, and it does a good job. I use it for the cutting grass, of course, and also for sucking up the leaves in the fall. So I'm going to go over a few things. I'll be using 2 video cameras today, so the video may be a little bit choppy, and let's go. Anyone looking to buy a grass catcher, you have to realize that this boot sticks out further than the mowing deck, so you have to measure the smallest area that you want to get into with your tractor and figure out whether or not it will get in that area. My smallest area is 80 inches over on the side of the house next to the air conditioner, between the air conditioner and the wall. So I had to make sure that this would fit in there. When I measured from the other side of the mowing deck to the furthest spot, which is here, it's not here, it's here, that came out to be 69 inches. So anybody considering any type of blower unit, take the furthest width with everything attached, and make sure you can get into the spots that you want to get into. Some of the things I like about this grass catcher: it has a window down over here. You can see the material going up the chute. Has a window over here in the back, so if you're sitting in there you can see, and also one on the top. Another thing I like, it has the tie downs. 2 tie downs. They come off easily, and the top of it just flips up and locks. 3 big bags to collect grass clippings or chopped up leaves. Bags have a nice handle on them for when you turn them over. They have a beefy size hook that just locks in there, keeps them from going side to side. You do have to remove the 3-point hitch to put this on. However, the plates for the mounting plates that mount to the transmission, they stay on here permanently. I never have to swap them out when I'm putting the 3-point hitch back on. The blower unit comes with these brackets that mount on the transmission. It's much like the ones you see on the backhoe attachment. The frame has 2 pins, 1 on each side, and all you have to do is to roll it. The top pins that lock it into the tractor, right over here, there's 2 pins that 1 on each side. And it's also attached with the top link of the 3-point hitch. So it's latched in there in 5 different spots. It doesn't go anywhere. I like the way this secures to the tractor. It's solid on there. I never hear anything shaking. You can see it'll shake the whole tractor. Attached. I never hear any squeaking or banging or anything loose. It runs off the rear PTO. Is it drive shaft cover? There's 4 knobs on there, 2 on each side that cover the universal so nobody gets hurt. There's 2 spots on top that you can get into easily to grease the pulleys from inside, there. There's also a tensioning spring right here. See, it works off a pulley system inside there with the belt. It does have 2 leg stands. That one swings around to the rear, and there's another one on the tractor that drops down. So putting it on and off is fairly easy. All you do is remove the top pins and the top link, and it should pivot on those bottom hooks, and you just roll it right off. The problem I found with putting it on, the hardest part for me was to put on the universal while you're trying to lift this up. The unit is light enough that you can walk it anywhere. Just one person can walk it. Takes a little bit of doing, but it's not too bad. One person can do it. I found it helpful to have 2 people when you're just doing the universal part, when you're hooking in the back universal to the rear PTO. What I mean by walking it is you can take one side, swing it over, come to the other side, swing it over, and just go back and forth, side to side, to bring it to the area that you need to put it on the tractor. Another thing I found was that with both the legs down and pointing to the back, they actually allow you to pull it like it's on skis. So you can drag it. It's another thing you can do. As far as counterbalance, if anybody wants to know how this is for counterbalance with a front loader, I found that it's okay with light materials, things like wood chips. But if you have anything heavier like snow or even dirt or gravel, which is even heavier, I don't think it's enough counterbalance. I think you need at least 250 pounds of counterbalance to use the front loader if you're doing work with stone or dirt. The grass catcher unit weighs 161 pounds. That's without the boot kit, but just what's mounted on in the back of the tractor by the 3-point hitch weighs 161 pounds. The boot comes off easily, just 2 pins, one in the front, one in the back. Sorry, I needed 2 hands to do that. Show you the inside of the boot. You did not have to cut it out. It comes with a baffle plate, and also has air vents in it. I'm not quite sure. I think the idea of this was to allow air from the front to come in and to suck in mostly the grass clippings from the mowing deck. But what I find is that grass will catch in here in this front section. Nothing too terrible. It doesn't seem to decrease the function of the blower unit. There's 2 parts to the grass catcher. There's the main part with the frame and the blower, and then there's another part that you have to get. This is called the boot kit. This is specific for mine. Every deck has a different boot kit, so you'd have to check with your local dealer to find out which one that would be for you. When you're putting the boot back on the mowing deck, I found it easier to put on the front part first. get that in, get that pin in, and then come back and do the second one. It's easier to put the boot on with the hose off of it. The hose is part of the boot kit. So if you ever need to get parts, it's part of the boot kit. I keep a screwdriver handy just to remove the band on here in case I get a stick in there. One word of caution, I said about the size. When you're driving, you tend to look over here and think that's your widest point, your furthest part out of the tractor. But in reality, it's here. I've scraped that up a little bit. It got a little chewed up. So that's just one word of caution to anyone who's going to use any type of blower system. There's a company, I believe the name is Pico. They make rear baggers also, but I don't know how they mount on the back of the tractor. I feel very comfortable that this is solid. It's not going anywhere. I shake that frame of the grass catcher, and that whole tractor shakes. That whole the tractor moves with it. Another thing to consider, I've seen some grass catchers that have the blower is actually mounted to the mowing deck. It's gotta have a lot of extra weight, so I don't know if it's going to tilt the right side of the mowing deck down or not. These are things to research if you're going to purchase a grass catcher with a blower unit. I'll show you the inside of the blower. That's the blade right there. It's basically a big square, looks like a composite material. There's 4 blades on it. It doesn't have serrated edges or a flywheel. It's basically made for grass, so it's not going to chop up your leaves any more than the mowing deck does. It's just going to pull them in and put them into the bagger. This shouldn't be thought of as a leaf vac or a mulcher. So, like I said, whatever your mowing deck chops it up, that's the smallest it's going to be when it comes out of here. But it does suck up the leaves very well. I'm very happy with it. It does a good job. Well, I hope this has been helpful for anybody who's looking to purchase a grass catcher for their Kubota BX tractor. Have a good day, and hope you subscribe.